Yo and welcome back to A&D Charlie Bish, and in today's video, it's been long overdue. I promised it for about a month, so here it is. A lot of people have been asking for it, and I did say I was going to release it a time ago, and finally it's here. My top 100 custom tactics now. I've got several ones that's going to be coming out because I hit top 100 a few times now and with different formations. So this is the first time I ever hit top 100. This is the team, this is the formation. Now my custom tactics are the same throughout all of it. That's probably a bad thing. I probably need to learn about custom tactics more. So if you know more about custom tactics, let me know where I can improve and how different formations might match up to different custom tactics. Now, I strongly believe that custom tactics, everyone's custom tactics should be different because of playing style, but at the same time, I think if you have the right custom tactics for FIFA in general, because obviously it's a game, so there's like little glitches and little advantages you can take of, like, you know, for instance, the double tap, that benefits you. Now, I think if you have the right custom tactics, it might not benefit you exactly, but it will overall improve your game and you can adapt to it. So here's mine, but I'm not saying that it's going to be amazing, you know, and I honestly do feel like anybody can get top 100 because me last year, hitting, say, December time, I was an Elite 3 player. Elite 3, Elite 2, Elite 1. I hit top 100 towards the end. Now on this FIFA, I've started really well, grinded hard, got Elite 1 finishes and plenty of top 100 finishes now. And I also want to say, wherever you lot are at the moment, always aim for the next step. So if you're Gold 1, get Elite 3. Then when you get Elite 3, sustain it for a couple of weeks, then hit Elite 2, then hit Elite, and keep doing it like that. Because honestly, like, all you need to do is just study the game, learn the game, play the game, and eventually you will get better and you'll see, but you need to know, because there's a game at the end of the day, and you need to know, like, the finer stuff and what can benefit your game. But here's, without further ado, let's jump into it. Here's my custom tactics. This is the full, I'm going to show you what I'll go in with because it's not really worth it, is it? Anyone can pick a team at the start to put chemistry wise on. I need to make sure I don't speak too quickly because I do that sometimes. Now, 4-2-3-1 for me. Just overall, let me give you a synopsis on it, and I'll tell you about the disadvantages of looking at it in hindsight. But I just feel like the 4-2-3-1, possession-wise, lets you control the game more defensively, you're more secure. Because your right attacking mid and left attacking mid does cover sometimes, you've got two DMs. Overall, it's kind of a very good game, but I do think sometimes you lack the attacking intent, and I should say, and you need a good striker. You need a good striker. You don't have a good striker, sometimes it don't work. Son, for me, it works, but he's not the greatest DV. He misses lots of chances, and you have to kind of build slow play at times. Now, I started off with this team. You can see I don't really need to explain, but Salah on the left because he's left foot, right. Mane on the right foot, right. And to me, I need both feet players. I've been trying to invest in my team, but weekly rewards and monthly rewards have been really harsh on me. So this is my team at the moment. But I'll show you my player instructions real quick. Then we'll go into the custom tactics. We have Son getting behind. Salah and Mane are both stay forward. The right attacker mid and left attacker mid both stay forward because I just feel like a lot of people play the 4-1-2-1-2. And if they play the 4-1-2-1-2, it's a very narrow formation. Your right attacker mid, left attacker mid's up the pitch. They're always there to ping the balls out and maybe go on some quick counter attacks every now and then, or just sustain possession and go backwards. We have Neymar and centre attacking mid on nothing. Kante's on stay back while attacking, and at the time I had man mark on him. Now I don't use man mark, but it was man mark during the time. Patrick Vieira just stays on nothing, and I leave my defense as it is. And that's the player instructions. Very kind of basic in terms of just, if you actually look at the game of football, I want my wingers to be wide. But overall, it has worked for me. Custom tactics, I'm trying to make this video not as long as you can probably tell because I've got a few other videos that I could go into more depth with and explain. But this is custom tactics. Speed 60. I'm not the best at custom tactics, like I said, so if you don't know anything better, leave in the comments below. And if you're new around here as well, shout out to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you. The comments make it worthwhile making these videos because I can kind of, at least I'm giving you lot something, entertaining you lot, giving you lot some feedback on FIFA, maybe trying to help your lot's games or just trying to entertain you in general. And I like the social standpoint of, you know, communicating with one another, you know, and hearing other people's viewpoints, because ultimately if you just listen to yourself, you're never going to learn. Now, speed I have on 60. Some people have it higher, some people have it lower. I didn't want it on 50. I'm more of a quick player. I like quick play, so I put it on 60. Passings on 50. I think if the lower it is, the more players come together. The further it is, the wider the players get. I kind of wanted to leave it on default because I didn't really want my players to get too crouched in. And obviously, because I'm playing the 4-2-3-1, I do kind of want it a bit wider than a 4-1-2-1-2. Otherwise, I lose the effect of a 4-2-3-1. Positioning, organised. Passing I have on 60. Passing for me is just how many runs your players make. So for instance, if you've got the ball with a strike and you're holding it up, I think your centre mid will bomb forward a bit more if you have a higher passing, and your right backs and left backs will move forward more. I have it on 60 because I want obviously options, but I don't want to give it too much because ultimately it might leave you defensively a bit suspect. Crossing I have on 45. I really don't know what this means. I don't know if it means they get in the crossing position or they're in the box, but it's 45. I just put it. I'm not a crossing guy, so I just put it at 45. And a lot of this is based on last year. That's why you know what, you lot probably know more about it than me, but if you lot just see my things, you can see where I went wrong or where I went right. You lot can let me know, and ultimately you can improve the custom tactics, and maybe I can learn from you lot. Shooting 55. Yeah, my team's decently shooting, but I didn't want it too high because obviously I'm trying to keep possession at the same time. So I put it on 55. Might move that up to 60 though in hindsight. 55, yeah. But these are the custom tactics, the same for all the formations, which I need to change as well. But 55 is what I have on there. Free form, I just feel like you have a better chance of creating stuff because your team move around and they're not stationary. If it's organized, I feel like your opponent knows where everyone is, basically. You know what I mean? Your opponent knows they're on the left, they're on the right, them players are not moving. But if everyone's moving around, it kind of helps maybe a tiny bit defensively because your players will cover, and at the same time, offensively, they don't know which players to go for. Arguably the most important custom tactics now, the defensive ones. I have pressure on 53, and I think pressure is how deep your line is. And I personally play a high pressure game, so I don't know why it's on 53, but I had it on 53 because I tended to get a lot of through balls in behind, like a lot of 1-2s and then ping. So I have it on 53, so they're a bit deeper. Might experiment with that over the next couple of weeks and let you lot know how this has went. My aggression is 60 because I think aggression is how soon your teams start to press the ball. So 60, I want them not too close to my box, but not too high up, so I'm getting kind of run around like headless chickens, just in the central point where it's a bit of a mixture and the battle can get contested without too much risky behaviour. And lastly, team width's on 52, and I think team width by definition is when the ball gets switched over, how much your team comes over. And a lot of it for me, because it's a defensive point, I always thought of what's the gap that I wanted between my centre backs, or my centre back and my right back, and I didn't want it too high because that means obviously players can run in between them and run through the channels and cause you problems. So I wanted it a lot more tighter. 52 is what I went with. It might change. You lot probably know more than me, like I said, but that's my custom tactics. All I can give you lot. Defend and flag, cover. Everyone has cover. Cover's the most important thing, unless you're playing an extremely high line and you extremely want to be risky with an offside trap, but I wouldn't recommend it. But that's my team. Like I said, if you're new around here, I tried to rush this up because it is really late and I'm trying to get this video out ASAP. They're my custom tactics. A good top 100 finish, which I'm really happy about, and from then on we've started hitting it a bit more regular now, which I'm happy about. So if you use the custom tactics, let me know on social media. Follow me, AnythingEverything. If you want to ask me any questions about it, also leave it in the comments below. I'm sure to respond to them and do my best to help you lot out. And like I said before, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. All your love is appreciated. Without further ado, this is AnythingEverything. Learn, change, and entertain.